everybody, and my name is Trippin' Out Cheryl, and I know I started this video off a little bit different, kind of on a little bit of a emotional side, because this video is a little more serious than what I'm usually uploading, and it's not a vlog, it's not anything fun, it's not about anything fun per se, it's about something very important to not only me, but several other people in this entire world. And I heard about this situation from my cousin. She owns a Caroline bear dog, and I probably said that wrong, and I'm sorry to people who own these kind of dogs. Caroline bear dogs are a hunting breed from Finland. But they can also be a very good working dog and a very good show dog. They're beautiful dogs, and it looks like they're very not easy to train because they're a large breed dog, and large breed dogs can be a little bullheaded. I know, I have 4. Though they're all labs and relatively easy to manage. Though sometimes they can be a pain in the butt. Anyway, as I was saying, Caroline bear dogs, large breed dogs, according to Google, I'm not saying I trust everything from Google or the internet, but from Google, they're from Finland, and they're a hunting breed. They were bred to be a hunting dog, just like the labs were. They were bred to be duck retrievers. That's why they have a retriever in the name. But the situation that has come up to my attention is not only are dogs being put into kill shelters rather than no-kill shelters, but dogs are being unfairly euthanized just before they can be temporarily homed and then potentially adopted out that way. Because there was a movement going on for 2 Caroline bear dogs in Alaska, Fairbanks, at a shelter there who allowed killing. Now, before these dogs could get rehomed, they were euthanized. They were perfectly healthy. The only signs of aggression they were showing were a little couple of growls. And any dog is going to do that if they're in an unknown, unfamiliar, and if they're already under a lot of stress, there's a lot of noise going on, and I know dog shelters are a lot of noise going on because all those dogs are, if anyone enters the room, they're constantly barking, trying to get humans' attention, trying to get adopted out, trying to survive, essentially. So these 2 Caroline bear dogs, they were showing signs of aggression by growling. And that was the only thing. That was it. That was the only thing in their list. They have not had a record of biting anyone. They have not had a record of attacking anyone or attacking any other dogs for that matter. The only signs of aggression they were showing were a couple of growls. And being around 4 dogs, you learn things. You understand things about dogs that not a lot of other people will, especially if they work at a shelter where the only interaction they have is with caged dogs. So, the interaction, a few growls, is the signs of dogs expressing their fear and expressing stress. Because dogs can't talk. Dogs can't communicate how they're feeling. So their communication is vocals. And their vocals only stretch to growls or barks. So, instead of words, they use vocals or body language. And those who lack of understanding of how body language works and or understanding vocalization of animals to understand the signs. That is on you, not on the dog, not on the animal. You're meant to be smart enough to learn and understand that when animals feel uncomfortable, they will let you know. And that does not mean to unjustly say, this animal is aggressive, we need to kill it. Because we do not have the power of God to justify our deeming what is worth living and what is worth dying. And that is all I have to say on that part. Now I'll be showing you a few quick clips of my cousin and her Instagram page. Feel free to give her a follow. She'll be having far more information on this than I will, because she has a bigger part in this than I do. I'm just expressing my opinion on this and how I feel and how it makes me feel and how I'm sure it makes the rest of you feel. Because if you're as much of a dog lover as I am, then just an unjust killing like this for dogs just showing that they're afraid, which is a right thing to be afraid of, because you're being caged and you don't know why and you don't know what's going on. They were only at the shelter for 2 days. I feel like I need to mention this. They were only at the shelter for 2 days, and they were already planned on being euthanized just for showing signs of fear. Not really showing signs of aggression. They were just afraid. And had they had a few more days to adjust, they probably would have been fine. And had they waited a few more days, they wouldn't need to adjust, because there was a foster home lined up. They just needed transportation from Alaska to the foster home. But Alaska deemed it necessary to euthanize these 2 wonderful dogs and send them up to heaven. Anyway, please enjoy these next few clips further from my cousin's Instagram, and a few pictures in the mix, because my cousin owns a Caroline bear dog, so this is impacting her far harder than it's impacting me. If it was a lab being unjustly euthanized, then I'd feel the same way, because I own 4 labs. I own 4 dogs, 4 wonderful and 4 beautiful dogs. And thinking about them being unjustly euthanized, if there was a situation where I had to put them in a shelter and I wasn't sure if it was a kill shelter or not, I'd be sure of it. But if I wasn't, I would want my dogs to be safe and sound and not have to worry about them being unjustly euthanized for showing signs of fear, because they would be afraid. They'd be very confused. If these dogs had an owner before, they would be very confused as to why they were there now. And if they lived a life on the streets, they'd be very confused as to why they had to in the first place. Anyway, now I'm going to cut to these next few clips so I can finish out the video. Peace out.
I'm a volunteer social media manager for this nonprofit organization in the works. Now, we do have a GoFundMe page, but we are not officially registered yet in Alaska. My own breeder donated to this fund, and I met Sean because we have dogs that are related from Jackknife Mountain Karelians, which was their name at the time, though our dogs are not exactly from the same litter. There are 2 male Karelian bear dogs in Fairbanks, Alaska at a kill shelter, the Fairbanks North Starborough Animal Control Shelter. They were expected to be put down on Saturday, January 21st for growling and showing signs of fear. But this does not mean that they are dangerous and aggressive. We have a foster caretaker ready to take them in, but we need help spreading our message on social media. If you want to help but can't donate, please email animalcontrol@fnsb.gov and mention Sophie's Fund. Thank you.